What is up, y'all? What is up? I know y'all been waiting for this for a long time, right? We've been talking about it, and it is finally here. My boy Slick is in the building with me, and we are getting this thing launched right now. So, welcome to Fellas Night Out.
What up, man? What up?
Oh, just chilling, man. Like, I'm just glad we're able to come together. Thank you for your time. You know what I'm saying? I know you're a busy man, and we will get back to family life, but how are things?
That's good. Hey, man, you like the ambiance of the? I've been trying to figure so I got like a whole little light and all that set up. I was just too lazy to set that up today, but the ambiance, I'm really liking what I'm seeing in the background, low key.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
Is
wasn't
it?
talking about you. I was never talking about your background. I was talking about mine.
Oh, I was about to say, hey, you like those Raider shields right there? You like those?
I just want to just get this one out the way right there and there.
Oh,
It's a lot of Super Bowls there. I just want to make
yeah,
sure it's a
yuck,
lot. It's a lot there.
disgusting. No, but yeah, I know you are definitely a good person for this episode, right? This is for not all these episodes are going to be on like relationship type stuff, but this is a special episode. You know, it seems like it's always a battle. Like a
So is this the episode where where after this episode we realize that we gaslight and we narcissists?
no, not really. I mean, we we were trying to come to a conclusion. To peace treaty, if you will, because why are we at war? If we're supposed to be working together, right? If we're supposed to be on the same team, why does it feel like we're battling each other?
Mm. So I look at it like, right. So this is how I look at it. It just comes down to understanding each other. For me, like I heard someone say on TikTok maybe about a couple of days ago, and it was a young man. No, it was a woman. Woman was talking about her husband, and what she said was, and ladies, just my disclaimer: everything we're speaking of is just opinion. We can be absolutely wrong. These are just our opinions and our feelings at certain topics. But the woman said that young girls are raised to be taught how to run a household, but not be taught how to handle a man. They're taught the necessities. You know what I mean? Eating. You know what I mean? Making dinner. You know what I mean? Being nurturing. Things that woman being nurturing, being the best woman possible. But when it comes to communication, we don't always see eye to eye because this is literally like apples and oranges. All fruit is just two different ways of thinking.
Mhm.
And us as men, we've been taught how to provide. We don't necessarily be taught feelings. You know what I mean? We don't necessarily be taught, you know what I mean? If your woman is going through something, having a bad day, her period is coming, she's emotional that day, she might be a little snappy. We just like fuck all that. You know what I mean? We be on it. We did. So it's just lack of communication and information and understanding, really.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like we're on like two different pages. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's like if I'm quiet, right? That means something's wrong, I guess, or like I'm mad or something like that. But it'd be like, nah, I just ain't trying to fight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to argue. I'm not trying to, I'm chilling.
100%. It got. I mean, because we naturally don't wake up and want to fight. You
Mm.
know what I mean? I mean, some people, some guys, and keep in mind, once again, viewers watching, I'm just getting from my perspective. We don't wake up and want to fight. I'm pretty sure women don't wake up and want to fight. It's some imbalance that we have on both sides that we don't know how to be peaceful for the whole day. Even if you're upset with something, I don't. I mean, like I said, I don't can speak for me. Even if I'm upset at something, I can go the whole day without even bringing it up because I don't care that much.
Yeah, I'm the type like if say if we argue, and she knows this, like if we argue about something, what I'm saying, like, and by the time we distance it out, like we take some time away, and then we realize it's something stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the time, we don't even remember where the hell it even started. So, by that time, it's just like whatever. And then like she'll try to talk about it, like, like, oh, I'm like, man, don't, let's not even bring it up, because all it's gonna do is bring up the old
Mhm.
feelings, and then I'm gonna get mad again, and then what I'm saying, and then we're back at square one. So,
So
you know,
let's just say this conversation. Once again, our disclaimer is we can be talking about us, or we can just be talking in general for all guys and what we feel. The people that we hung around and what we've seen. So my question to you would be, um, when the communication is off,
mm.
when when you felt, at least from your heart, that you expressed everything you want to express, and you ain't been it ain't been getting put back in the same energy. It may How do you handle it? How do you squash the beef as a man? How do you squash the beef without
I
feeling
mean,
like a sucker?
ooh, that's key, because I think that's every guy's, like, we never want to feel like a fool, or never want to feel like a sucker. We never want to feel like we're getting used, or, what I'm saying? So, like, we're kind of, maybe sometimes a little overprotective of our pride and ourselves. But, I don't know. It's tough, man. I try to set the, kind of set the boundary, if you can, just, because I don't know. It's tough, man. It's crazy. Like,
No, I definitely get you where you come in. It's hard because and I only could give you my experiences. One of the things that I struggle with, and and especially in my, I have a great relationship, but one of the things I do struggle with, and I can admit to that, is it's like a broken record when it comes to my better half. I always come to her with the idea of emotion versus logic. Now the emotional part says I'm hurt, I'm sad, you hurt my feelings, you don't care about what I'm going through. I get that. The logic for me has always been like, okay, after you cry and all that, it's not fixed, you're still just sad. So let's figure out how to way to not be sad. You know what I mean? Now that is a double-edged sword, because on one hand you can say, it just sounds like I don't totally I give a shit. I'm not saying that I don't give a shit. I'm saying is, after the hooping, hollering, screaming, what's the next step? That's what logically says. There's no need to cry about it no more, because we both figured out it was a problem. How do we fix it?
yeah, it has
So
to
see,
be.
mad for 5 hours. Why? After I was mad, after I went outside, after I took a walk, I'm cool now. I don't have no anger anymore. It's no use to have anger. But like I said, that's just my perspective on that.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Like one of the things that I guess maybe I'm not the best communicator, as far as, because my thing is, I don't want to bring up stuff that's going to cause, extra negativity or anything like that. I mean, I could complain about probably everything, but there's no point, because it's going to do is bring, bad vibes and stuff like that. So I'd rather just keep it to myself. But at the same time, there's a flip side, that maybe I'm too quiet. Maybe there's some things I should pick and choose, that maybe I should speak on, but I just kind of play. Maybe I'm playing it safe, and then just not, choosing to speak about, just certain stuff. Because, like, a lot of the stuff, I work a lot, so a lot of the stuff I would be talking about would be work. So that's why most of the time when I come home, I burn, and I play Madden to kind of, get the work day out the way, and then I'm cool. I can, whatever happened for that day, I can let it go. It's like
No, I definitely get that. You ever get to a point where it's like, for you at least, you have to take a step back and go. And us as men, we don't do this a lot. Take a step back and go, what is she really mad about? Maybe I'm so caught up in my logic. What is she really mad about? Let's get down to the root of this issue. Because like you said, you come in from work, you may come in, tripping. I'm not tripping on her, but I'm saying necessarily you had a long day at work. It's certain things that we go through that we don't, because as man we have two switches. Off mean I'm gonna hold it all in. On. On is no middle ground. We just going straight red. It's no middle ground of I let this build up. It's no middle ground of, can we talk about it? It's either we're gonna be quiet and hold it in, or we're going to explode. And as a man, we can say that's not necessarily right. But how do we communicate better?
Yeah, like and sometimes I feel like honesty, because you know how some people will sugarcoat, and I kind of feel like I being more upfront and being honest is kind of the best way. But sometimes I get that maybe I'm too harsh of saying it, but I mean, I'm just being honest. Like I'm being just straightforward. But I know, girls are more sensitive, so like it's a way. But I mean, the only way I know how to, but that's me being stubborn, I guess, too. Not just no trying to know one way and not trying to change it too, I guess. But it's just easier for me to just pitch it straightforward, because then I feel like you can respect it, because you may not like it, but you'll respect what I'm, at least that I gave it to you real and straight.
No, I get that 100%. I definitely get that.
Shout to everybody too. Shout to everybody in the chat too.
For real. For real. No, yeah. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Like, I mean, like I said, these are just simple conversations that us guys talk about on a daily. We just don't get the expression on a bigger platform.
Yeah, let me see.
So why do you feel we are at war? That's a good question.
That's a good question. Two it's two different sides. Like what girls want and what we want is two different things. Like they think we're like this complicated beast that, just this sophisticated can't figure out, but we're simple as hell. I mean, really, to be honest, we're simple people. You know, we're simple animals.
We really are, really. I mean, at least that's what we think. That's I mean, at least that's our version of it. It's not that hard to be. You know, what I mean, let us watch the game. Let us play the Xbox sometimes. You know, what I mean,
So that's it.
yeah, for real.
Like, and I don't know if you deal with the kind of jealousy, and I just, for me, I'm a Raider fan, man. That should tell you enough about my loyalty. If I could love this team for as long as I've loved this team, and for everything that we went through as an organization, I can definitely tell you a little something about loyalty. But that's the thing. Like it's always, my thing is the accusing. You know what I'm saying? Like unless I've never given a reason, you've never seen any traces of someone else's perfume, someone else's, underwear, or bras and all this kind of, different stuff like that. Like nothing like that. So I mean, I'm the type of person, I don't like being that jealous, crazy type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like unless I see something crazy, then it's, then I'm gonna start looking funny. But
And I
but
mean, and then just being straight up, man. The idea of jealousy, man, on both sides, men and women, it just
mm,
takes a lot of energy to be jealous.
mhm.
For a woman to be jealous, it takes her a lot of energy. For a man to be jealous, it takes her a lot of energy. Where you have to really be like, really feel a way about, you know what I mean, something. And if you got to that point where you know what I mean, and don't get me wrong, it may be you can be at Walmart and it can be a whole old high school friend. Hey, you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Hey Jason, what's up? Now I can assume that you know what I mean your significant other, your other half, you know what I mean, whoever you're with at the time, you know what I mean that can be a situation where she's like, if you don't introduce her, hey, this is my girl, then it becomes an issue. Now, I don't look at that as jealous. That's acknowledgement. That's just, you know what I mean, that's respect. Jealousy for me would be like, who's that girl that likes your stuff? I don't know. She live in Australia. I ain't never met this woman in my life. Then you harp on that. That's where jealousy comes from.
So we're gonna just back up, because when you said that situation, talking about Jason, hey, bro, I gotta act deaf, mute, blind, and dumb. Like there is no here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like what kind of situation that'll
I
turn
did that
into.
twice. I did that twice where I had not introduced. One was a guy friend and one was a female friend. I did not introduce them to my significant other. I heard hell. From now on, I don't care who you is. I'm introducing you. It's that much easier when you just say, you know what, it is what it is, man.
Bro, you know what's gonna happen next. That's that. Why would you? why was she looking at you like that? Or why, you know what I'm saying? Like it's I feel like it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those situations.
No, you know what? I mean, you're absolutely right because, like I said, now when we're looking at the where it stems from, part of it, why is she jealous? Maybe the last dude she was with wasn't shit. You know what I mean? Maybe you know what I mean. Maybe we didn't did something. But like I said, not playing devil's advocate. Do you feel that if it was not you, it was the guy from the past? Should she bring that energy to you though, because it triggers her? Or is that a discussion that you have pre? Okay, y'all didn't went on a date. Y'all didn't both, you know what I mean, realize you guys feeling each other. At what point do we break down the do's and don'ts, what we like and what we don't like? Because something as small as, hey, oh girl, I went to high school with her. We was in the same class. I said hi to her at Walmart. Turns into, was you smashing her?
Yeah. Oh, that's what that's what it turned to.
No, no, I'm just giving
Yeah.
a general, you know what I mean, scenario, or you know what I mean. Then it becomes of, can guys and girls just be friends? Because really could be the homegirl.
See, it all plays out different ways. Like as you know, like we've known a lot of people, and it's there's different relationships with different people. Um, I try to like I don't like being tickled. That's one thing about me. Like, and then that's one thing that I try to set a boundary. That was one thing. I guess maybe she likes to tickle. You know what I'm saying? But I was
You
just
mean
like,
like
that's
literally
that's.
like legit tickling, like tickling your feet and shit?
I mean, not my feet. Just
No, but
like
I'm saying we sound legit
once,
tickling, like
yeah.
legit tickling.
Well, why you gotta take it to my feet? No, no, yeah, but my stomach or whatever, what I'm saying, like just trying to tickle me. But that's something that I don't like. But I would always tell her that. But is that me being negative? We're not gonna focus on the tickling part, all that. But I'm just saying. But like, is that something like, am I tripping, or is that something that, hey, I should be sticking to my guns on that?
The tickling part.
No, we're not going. I'm just playing, man. We go. No, hey, we actually had a question right here.
No BS. So if you set boundaries,
Mhm.
guy or girl, if you set boundaries, they should be abide by, no matter what. If you telling her, if she, you know what I mean, now the issue with guys and girls, this is one of the things, you guys understand about this podcast. I will not just give you my opinion. I'm gonna give you guys and girls, both spectrums. Now, you meet her, y'all go on a date, you like her, y'all decide y'all want to be in a relationship. She tells you, I don't like A, B, and C. You can't even have female friends. Now, your homegirl that you've been rocking with for 10 years, y'all never even kissed or held hands. Y'all may have did dirt together. That just may be the neighborhood chick. How do you not justify, how do you put the fork in the road to say, hey, this has been 10 years of a homie. We ain't even never went across that line, but this is your girl, and she wants you to respect her enough to go, hey, I don't really like that you got a female friend.
I used to hate people that used to change when they get in relationships. Cause you be talking, you got your boys, and then when they get the dude that we get into a relationship, and then man, you don't even see Charles no more. You know what I'm saying? He always gone. It's like that, but then you realize that if you want things to work out, you have to do what you got to do, because your boys gonna always be there, because they're gonna be there to make fun of you as soon as y'all break up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told you.
I was just having a conversation with After about that.
Yeah.
We were saying how, like, for females friends of, once again, I'm assuming here, women don't kill me. Female friends will say, hey, such and such ain't shit. Go do your thing, girl. Go and leave him. You better than that. Us as guys, when we realize your girl ain't shit and you want to still be with her, hey, that's on you, my man. You handle that how you gonna handle it. I'm gonna sit here and support you no matter what it's gonna be.
Ooh. So, hey, that's a good question. Who's the better influence as friends? Is it guys or girls?
I can't speak for the women, but I know, at least here's the thing. Once again, my group of friends, our little group, our inner circle, we hold each other accountable. I
Mhm.
can't say all guys are like that, you know what I mean? But I know we hold each other accountable. We ain't out there. I mean, if I know you single and I'm not single, you gonna make sure I get home before you go do your dirt. You know what I mean? 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 You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I mean, that's the thing. Like with I'm gonna always, because most of the girls, like when they get mad at or say at the dude or whatever, they're like, shoot, get his pockets, girl. You know what I'm saying? Get him for everything he got, right? It's always kind of like a negative. We're different. Like, say if we're gonna be distance, we're gonna work on ourselves, we're gonna maybe work out, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be motivated to prove that person wrong and all that kind of stuff. But like, it's nothing to where, like, well, I mean, I ain't gonna say it never, because I remember well, we'll just say, but most of the time we use it to kind of fuel us, but
When did we get to the point with our generation? And I say our generation from the age of 33. I'm gonna be 38 this year. From 33 to 38 was our generation. 33 to 41, our generation. When did we get to the point where we start looking at women and saying, these women, at least in this generation, kill me in the comments if you want, it's okay. In this generation, these women are more gold diggers. Not necessarily gold diggers. They want to look for the dude with the biggest pockets first. When did that happen? When did that get to that point?
I think that was the music videos, and you know what I'm saying, like, because remember back in the day when it was, we would steal a piece, and the girls felt like they would get nothing out of the situation, so that's where it became like, all right, well, shit, if I'm gonna be giving it up, I'm at least get them to buy me this and cop me that, and give me a car and give me all this kind of stuff. But that's where it started. But
Why
see,
would
but
you
but look at the difference though. We were just trying to steal a little piece of tail. You know what I'm saying? But then why does it have to cost that much?
I mean, you're gonna pay for it anyway. You gotta go get a haircut. She finna want to take you. You ain't even taking her. I mean, a real humble, down to earth woman is okay with going like Applebee's and Chili's and stuff like that. But most girls ain't going to Applebee's and Chili's nowadays. They ain't even going to Olive Garden. They want you to take it to Cheesecake Factory, Benihana's, some regular little takoyaki. You gonna spend $70-$80 per head. Like, and I'm okay with that if you have it. But what I'm saying is a lot of women that I whether know personally or ran across on social media or just been seeing on YouTube and things like TikTok, things like that. These women are now going, we don't care that your job make $20 an hour. You're not making $29 an hour. McDonald's is making $22 an hour plus paying your way through college. And women still look at that as you working at McDonald's.
Yeah,
McDonald's is paying more than most jobs.
yeah. You,
And
you,
I'm only using McDonald's because that people look at that's a negative type of place. Oh, why would you be at McDonald's? That's low class. A job is a job. When we grew up watching James Evans from Good Times, he was making $3 an hour. We grew up watching our grandpa and grandma. What I mean, they grew up making a certain amount of money. Even our pops and mothers, at a certain extent, was making a certain amount of money. It only got to this generation. Anything from 90s and 90s babies will hate to admit this. Anything from 90s on became gold diggers.
no, I ain't gonna say no names, right? But we know a certain person that likes to trick it off, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And but he knows that's his end. Like he may not have all the game, he might not have all the mouthpiece, and but he knows he can work and spend some money, and he might be able to finesse him something.
Mm-hmm.
You
And you
know,
like that. The finesse is real. It's 100% for real.
finesse.
For
Yeah,
real.
yeah,
For real.
yeah.
So,
My
so
boy Rock says women take over the house and reduce men to the basement or a small part of the house. Check the closet space. they
hey,
lower they
shout out
lower
to Rock. Shout out
they
to Rock.
lowered over that space too.
Shout out to Rock for that. This is what I'm gonna say to Rock because I 1,000,000% agree. In my house, as of right now, I may have a corner to myself. Everything is decorated by my girl. Everything is, everything is bought. All the nice stuff, everything that looks good is by my girl. We better be lucky if we get a corner to put our shoes and hats in. But that's just how it is. Happy wife, happy life, I guess. So how do you personally stop the war now? Because I know we getting the whole main purpose of this of why we have war, especially in a relationship with someone we love. But how do you personally stop it?
Man, I
Especially
think
if you think it wasn't your fault.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't never think it's my fault. You know, maybe that's where it's my fault. But
See,
I I
that's a
I
topic.
I try to stop the war by just trying to reset. Really, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, nothing works if you hold a grudge. Because you know you're always gonna be just giving that side eye. You know, every time she go, you know, walking somewhere, you glaring her down like you ain't, you know, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, so it's good to reset. You know, just realize that the person is more important than the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like just reminding yourself that at the end of the day.
Do
Because
we
you
have
know,
do we have a time limit on how long we're supposed to stay mad? Like I mean, I know that the regular answer is no. We can be mad as long as you want. But in your household, in your particular household, how long are we staying mad?
I'm gonna paint you a situation. I know you know too. So like you know when y'all hella mad, right? You know, like talk, you know what I mean? And then so you go out of your way to try to break the, you know, to try to be peaceful. You know, you try to, you know, like, hey, you want something to eat, or, you know what I mean? Like you're
No,
just
it is.
something to kind of break the
But
and
that's
then
the peaceful mind of us because I am at a point now.
mhm,
Let us be funking on some stuff.
mhm,
I'm coming in 10 minutes later, hugging on you. You can still be mad. My thing is, I don't care enough to still be mad no more. Like it
yeah,
was, I just need to get off my chest at that moment.
yeah,
Like once it released and I woosad and I didn't motherfuck you and you know what I mean, you didn't call me all type of bitch ass niggas and all that. Once we didn't got past all that, we
mhm.
good. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody go to jail over this. We good.
See, I admire man because like there used to be a hella situation. I'd be mad as hell, and then like you'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, damn, I wish I could be that cool about stuff sometimes. But
And you know when you said that, I thought of a situation. I don't even want to bring it up on,
yeah,
but I thought of a situation where you got hella mad one day, and I'm just sitting like, "You cool, bro?" Like,
yeah,
and you pissed off, and sometimes it seems like, what is the word I'm looking for? Sarcastic. For me, I'm not sarcastic. Once again, I just don't care that much to be mad all day. I got other things I like to do. I like to play the game. So now I'm mad playing the game. I'm mess up in the game. Now, you know what I mean? I like to do my music. I can't write. I can't, you know what I mean, do anything. You know what I mean? I like to do these different things. So being mad all day is not going to work. So even if I felt, and let's just say I did feel that I was not wrong and this argument is going to go in a never ending circle, the best thing for me to do is just to leave it alone. As you get older as a man, we learn how to take our wins and losses. We know when it, hey, we gotta, you know, what I mean, when they what they say in Texas Hold'em, you gotta know when to show them and when to fold them. I know when to fold it. I know when to fold it real quick.
yeah. And then I guess you know how they say, happy wife, happy life. You know,
That
happy
is
wife.
that is a true statement. That is a true statement. Especially, hey, sleeping on that couch ain't comfortable, man. But hey, honestly, don't let this get deterred, though. I don't want anybody to get deterred. We do stand on our own too. I'm just giving a perspective of both part. You know what I mean how it is. But it's been some crazy, crazy things that get us into war that we can't get out of.
Yeah. Alpha One salute. He says a lot of times people are jealous due to them bringing baggage from past relationships.
I agree. I agree. Salute to Alpha One. I 101 million% agree on that topic.
Yeah.
A lot of it is trauma. We stem a lot of it stems from trauma and lack of right. And if we really want to hit it deep, and I'm only going if we really want to hit it deep for the purpose of the especially now I know we got people listening and watching and tuning in right now. Um, a lot of these women ain't have fathers in the house to show them how to treat them, so their mamas could show them how to treat a man. And if they did have mama and dad in the house and they still seen toxic shit, the mama and dad didn't have perfect examples on how to be in a relationship. Because think about the first of all, I want you to look at the relationship that you have with your woman. And I'm just saying all guys here. This is strictly for the guys. Look at the relationship you have with all women and sit back and go, what is their relationship with their fathers? Now, if they don't have fathers, what is their relationship with their grandpa or their uncle, the closest male figure that's above them? I ain't talking about the cousin that's the same age and y'all go out to the club every weekend. I'm talking about an elder than them, elder situation. Look at their relationships. See if now when I say look at their relationships, you're gonna get two different guys in that relationship. You're gonna get the guy who was a stand-up dude who taught their daughter, hey, every time you with a man, he need to be pulling your chair out, opening the door for you. He need to be doing all these things. And then you get the father who may have been an ain't shit ass nigga. So we, you know, what I mean, a lot of, you know, what I mean, I'm not taking up for women because this is a fellas night out podcast, but I'm just saying, look at the relationship. When we start getting deep, look at the relationship we had, even as men. But when you trip out on the way, what I mean, your girl might say something, man, fellas out there, your girl might say something, you might flip out. Look at how your relationship was with your parents. What did you see growing up? You know what I mean? What did you see your grandpa doing to your grandma? Well, you know what I mean? That all plays a part in how we treat relationships going forward. So hey, this is deep take. No, this is a hot take right here. I want y'all to take this hot take. We're not living in a relationship on what we know how to do. We're living in what we've seen in the past.
Mm. Yeah, and it's crazy. Like it's the qualities that or the people that we don't want to be like the most that we inherit most of that. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy in life.
Like, I mean, I can be honest and say, man, hey, man, my father was my superhero. Also, my father showed me things in life that is just like, I can't be like that in this situation. I can't be like that in that situation. Maybe, I mean, just because it worked for him don't mean it worked for me. You know what I mean? So it's like it's one of them things. Like, so now we're navigating as men. We're navigating how to get home from work for all people who work. Get home from work. Ask your girl, you've been working 12 hours. Ask your, how's your day been? Whatever little grievances and gripes she had from her homegirl the other day, or what she saw on TikTok that pissed her off, or what the little messy drama that, you know what I mean, her and her homegirl's been having, whatever little scenario that may be, we have to sit there, man, and take that. After we've been at work all day, dealing with a boss we really don't want to listen to, after we got to come home. And like I said, I'm not making excuses. These are just, you know what I mean, all these different scenarios that we have to deal with as men.
That's that's crazy.
This comic is funny as hell right now.
Yeah, that's what I was like. What the hell?
Oh
Much
God.
shout to everybody. I appreciate all y'all. I appreciate everybody being on an individual, but you know what I'm saying? There will be no stash rides, all right? Oh my, oh my, get P. Diddy out of here. No.
I love live. This is why. See, I love live because this is the type of shit we get on live. This is hilarious.
Yeah. And
It's
I
only,
appreciate
it's only a few options who this is, so he's gonna sit back and chill.
yeah. I appreciate everybody, man. Like, appreciate everybody coming through too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you guys got any questions, like if you guys are going through anything, you know what I'm saying, definitely put it in the chat. We can definitely talk it out. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Oh man, I'm terrible with reading the comments and giving my reactions on camera because I
Yeah, that's
want to keep the conversation going, but the
yeah.
comments.
I can't do this with y'all. No, let me see.
Oh, this is funny. This is
Yeah.
funny.
Oh, that's one. Thank you, Rock. I wanted to talk about that. So remember you asked a question earlier. You know what happened? Is it social media, bro? Did social media mess up relationships and all that? Like the expectations of a
100%, 100%. They too busy on TikTok. They too busy. Here's the thing, right? I'm gonna say this with the fear of being canceled, and I'm okay. I don't deal with women who watch Love and Hip Hop and Bad Girls Club and shit like that. I don't, because at the end of the day, you living off of what the hell you see. All these women do is get their nails done, get BBLs, go to these places and fight. They're not showing you any high quality classy women. So so you go from there and you're looking at so now you look at now you go in there and you go in there and you look at my bad, I got the kids in the background. But you get on there and you the first thing you go is she didn't seen her friend on Instagram in Jamaica with a BBW with 150 likes, 150,000 likes. Now she want that shit. She didn't seen her kind of acquaintance. Women like to say acquaintance. They ain't really got no friends. They all acquaintances. You know what I mean? They want now you see your acquaintance just got engaged. So now you're looking at old boy like they've been together for 4 months and got engaged. We've been together for 6 years. What's going on?
Yeah. And
Now
then yeah.
I'm in my Stephen A bag right now. Then we go and go. Now they saying their favorite celebrity. Oh, she can go get the Birkin bag. Her dude then bought her, then rented out the whole yacht for her and her friends, then pay for everybody nails, then pay for everybody to get massages, and then went and spend 10 racks. This is where it goes back to when you got that McDonald's job, she don't feel that you work shit. Because she didn't watch social media and the way shit play out, and she wants to have a certain type of lifestyle. We're in a new generation where one thing I will say about the elders, yes, as a job as a man, we're supposed to take care and provide. But if mama had to get out there and get it too, mama was out there getting it too. It's no more 50-50. It's supposed to, these women want to be 90-10. 90% of what we contribute, 10% of what they contribute. Now I'm gonna ask you the deepest question I can ask you because this is what social media don't ask you. What happens? And this is for the women out there listening. You know what I mean? What happens when you realize your vagina doesn't have value anymore? You can't give me ass and think I'm just gonna be cool. What are you bringing to the table? What type of conversations are you bringing? These are just real. Hey, we getting deep on this, man. Well, what are you bringing to the table besides ass? That little meal I can cook on my own. I can go to Burger King. I can go to McDonald's. I can go to Subway. I can get ass anywhere. How are you stimulating my mind? When you want to sit there and talk about you been at home all day, and you want to talk to me about Natalie Nunn on the Bad Girls Club. I may want to have a stimulating conversation about the moons and the stars, about aliens, and about the government. Are you that intelligent? Because you ask a lot for us. Chris Rock said this best. Women are loved unconditionally. You have to love them if they broke. You have to love them if they got 10 kids. You have to love them if they came in 110,000 pounds. You have to love them through all the depression and bipolarness. Men are only loved and appreciated about what they bring to the table. Love sounds good until you lost your job. And she may say she's okay. She's going to hold you down. Let it be 4 months. Is she still holding you down? Hey, this can get deep, man. You know what I mean? What they want to talk about, man? We here with it.
Like our ladies, are we wrong? You know what I'm saying? Is he wrong? You know, is that how, you know, how you guys view this? Is because I mean, sounds dead on to me.
And don't let old girl have a work husband. Don't let you just lost your job. You in between. You might be filing for unemployment. You might be filing for a little bit, blah, 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 here and there. Don't let her have to do at the job that she know, hey, you want to go, we on the lunch at the same time. Now you got to work 10 times harder because that nigga at the job is dirty macking. Because you ain't got, I bet you he know. Remember when Jody was telling Yvette, why you got this nigga on the phone telling me, oh, you live with your mama?
Yeah.
Women are good for that. They'll go tell your business to the next quickly.
Oh, yeah, always. Yeah, and it's and you know, a guy will never bring up, you know, like, oh, I did this for you and blah blah blah, unless you do something foul. Like unless you cheat or, you know what I'm saying, like you get caught, you know, doing something stupid or something like that. You know, guys won't be like, we don't trip off, you know. I mean, there's cheap people, you know, but for the most part, if we care about you, we sometimes, hey, we got to eat too. You know, we're going to eat together. We got, you know, if you smoke, we're going to smoke together. We're going to, you know, it's just different things you're going to do together. You know, it's not like we're going to tally up and like, oh, you know, well, I smoked this with you and, you know, hey, I drank this with you. And remember, hey, I bought, we had, half a, you know, no, it's I'm going to do stuff for you. And the only time I'm going to bring it up is if you don't appreciate it. That's the only time that I'm going, because I feel like if you don't appreciate it, then why am I doing it? That's the type of person I am. Like, if you don't appreciate it, I'm not going to do it. You know, that's just the person that I
am. 100%. Like I 100% agree, man. Like hey, man, and like I said, we put. I'm willing to give you the same effort.
Mm-hmm.
We just want it to be 50-50. You know what I mean? We 100% want it to be 50-50 in this thing.
Let me see. Do you feel this is excuse me? Do men feel safe to be emotionally vulnerable in relationships today?
Hell no, because you know what? Once again, this is something I heard from my OG. Man's biggest feelings, ma- man's biggest fear is telling you why you're vulnerable, telling your woman the things that trigger you, because they're gonna throw it back in your face through an argument. It is things, and I can't. Once again, I'm only gonna speak for myself. It is things in relationships that I have learned about my significant other at the time. Blah blah blah. I won't go there because it's dark and twisted, and I don't want to crush your soul. But a woman, when they say hell have no fear like a woman's wrath, they will say everything.
Bro. Yeah.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah. So like the other day we had me and her, we went back and forth, and boy, she said some she said some things, and only like, and you did right, like only person that can say things to you like is a I guess a woman scorn, or but I feel like we don't, excuse me, I was responding, but it was only to keep, you know level, because like she was spitting some fire, and then I said some things back, that would just hopefully at least tie the score, but it sucks. And it's hard after those things are said, you know what I mean, and once those things are said to each other, it's hard for us to, you know, you can get over some things. There's some things you can be like, okay, hey, we were just, we were mad. My bad. Excuse me. My bad, guys. I said some things, you said some things, and my thing is I have to stop. There's a certain point where, like you said, we're not getting anywhere, right? We're not getting anywhere, and it's all right. And no, I'm not crying. No, I just was yawning. My bad. No, but
Who hurts you there, man?
there's a certain point, you know what I'm saying, where you're like, you know what, we're not getting anywhere. And I'm gonna say something that I can't take back, and then for her, we're gonna say something, and it's like we've been down this road again, been down this road too many times. So let's just not. That's where I come in. Just that's where I'm more of a let it go. Let's just let it go and move on.
No, I mean, I definitely get you on that. Like, hey,
Hmm.
like now, how do you? Okay, I got a good one for you. How do you handle? And I think this would be good for the comments. If we have any women here, you know what I mean? I know, like I said, I know we got my guy Rock in there. How do we handle the messy friend?
Ooh.
The messy friend. We talking about the one who always, whenever when you and your work out there arguing, she got something to say. You know what I mean? Whenever you know what I mean, she okay with her doing her dirt because she do her dirt. How do you handle the messy friend that's always got something to say but she's single?
Someone will have to take one for the team.
Oh,
So we would have to have a friend, that could charm her and, what I'm saying, keep her occupied and out of our business. You know what I mean? That's how we would handle that one.
okay. I can rock with that. I can rock with that.
My next question. No, you kidding? No.
No, you know what? The messy friend annoys me because the messy friend has no reason to butt in, but the fact that she still want your girl to be single too.
Mm.
The messy friend could tell me, right? I mean, not tell me, but the messy friend can be like, "Don't deal with Slick. Don't deal with Slick. Don't deal with Slick." Now, the messy friend is single, and she can give me this whole, guys ain't shit, right? Cat Williams said best. I want to quote the Bible of Cat Williams when he said, "If you didn't had 10 dudes and you talking about 10 dudes ain't shit, it's something about you that's attracting ain't shit dudes."
Mm. Hey, what's crazy? Because you said the messy friend, right? the messy friend be so scandalous that she'll be like, "Oh, he ain't nothing, girl. You need to leave him." And as soon as you do
In the inbox. In the inbox.
that part, you know what
Really
I'm saying? That's
really
what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's how crazy it be.
Someone asked me someone said shout out to Coach Slick. I assume you are a Raider.
You're damn right. Damn right. You on this show, you will be. No,
Who posted that?
that was Hero. He's a Charger fan.
Mr. Hero. I gotta show you again. I'm going to put this out here.
Yeah, that might be bad memories for you, Hero. The Niners, I think, was the last time you guys had a chance at a Super Bowl back in long time ago.
We arguably have the greatest quarterback of all time, arguably once again, and the greatest receiver, arguably of all time. You know, what I mean, we could talk about that on the other podcast, on your Raider podcast. We talk about that one.
They said, moving on. No, it's really not. We talked about that. Let me see.
We got to
Ooh.
get Hero on here. You know, we got to get it. I mean, that's one thing I do want to push forward for this podcast to get other like-minded guys, and I do want to get a few women. You know what I mean? Because hey, it wouldn't be us if we didn't let them speak their piece. You know what I mean? And I think that'd be actually an intriguing show to get a couple of our women that we trust. You know what I mean? Not the ones we ain't sitting there. We're not here to argue on camera. We just want that panel. We have few different ideas, different mind frames.
Yeah, because like we're not saying we're 100% right. We're not saying we're 100% wrong, but we want to. We're really just giving our perspective as guys. That's why, like, it's not just gonna be me and Vic. It'll be me, Vic, others. Different people, different perspectives. Because every relationship is different, and we want to hear about it. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear how it could be something that we could add to our relationships, or what I'm saying, just hearing new things, and shit, we could talk about it, we could laugh about it. So
half these conversations are gonna start arguments, but I am okay with that because my situation is fine. I'm 100% fine.
And that's unfair. You guys are always happy. Let's talk about
no,
that.
we're not. Definitely not. Definitely not always.
You guys are always happy and celebrating it.
No, I'm an asshole. You know this.
Smiling at each other.
I'm an asshole. You know what I mean? So I ain't always happy. I'll say some dumb shit.
Yeah.
But I'm working on myself. It's about progress. I'm working on myself, and each day I'm trying each day.
I'm proud of you, man. I'm definitely proud of you.
Can you want to tell the that you had to go buy a new scooter?
Man, so
you ain't got to get into the detail or names. You just had to buy a new scooter.
Yes. So somebody felt that they.
That's me being messy. That's my
no, but it's okay. We could talk about it. Somebody felt that they wanted to take my scooter away. And that's fine because now when she has the baby, we could ride around the city together.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know if that was like an informal announcement, but congratulations, my man. You know what I mean? I don't know how we was doing that right now.
You know
what I mean?
Well, you brought it up, so might as well put it out there. Nah,
you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like, but hey, it is what it is, man. Like
I said, somebody.
So I just have to be the what do you want to call it? The middleman and the voice of reason to let everyone know. Mr. Raider Nation, Jason. He's changed. He's got a lot more peaceful over the years. And especially when it comes to relationship situations and like that. And I'm not here to take up for this man or anything like that, because I'm the first to tell him when he's tripping, just like he tell me when I'm tripping.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's a perfect person to have these conversations with, because he didn't seen it all, he didn't done it all. He came, he saw, he conquered, and it is what it is.
See, and I'm glad you said that too. You knew me when
it was toxic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then you reminded me of that too. But it was not me though. So that it was always the other person that was the toxic one. So, but what is it about us that, is it the you don't know them like I know them syndrome, or is it the, like the
Understanding. It comes back to communication. When you first meet that person, you might like her looks. You know what I mean? Y'all might chill, go on a date. Y'all might go get some drinks. Y'all might whatever y'all like to do. Instead of us asking the serious questions, we're looking at the outer. Everything is, everything for us is a job interview. Let's just be real. It's a job interview. You don't tell your boss when you get hired that 2 months from now you finna start showing up drunk from the night before. You ain't telling your boss that 2 months from now you're gonna start showing up to work later. You know what I mean? Which you so in a relationship, what we do, we meet a person, we like their looks, we like the way they smell. You might see, hey, we dopes. This is a dope podcast. You looking to get a piece. You not knowing or she's not knowing how you really are. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't got a foundation of what you're looking for 5 years from now. What what I mean? How you did okay, you working at let's just say for this conversation. Oh, you working at Outback Steakhouse or Applebee's or something like that. We not y'all not sitting there talking. What's your plan? Do you want to be a manager in a couple years, or you just cool with what you doing? So no one's having these conversations. So now the communication is trash. The end goal is trash because y'all didn't have this discussion pre of what y'all supposed to look for, what y'all want to do, what y'all don't want to do. Y'all still going off. We all still go off the honeymoon stage. It's
Mhm.
fun, so it's not fun no more.
Like, is it the physical? Like, if you, because you know how easy come, easy go, right? Like, if a girl, like, say you meet a girl today, and then by tonight you've already been there, and like the next day she calls you like, hey, let's hang out. You know, are you like, yeah, no, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Or are you trying to build something? You know what I mean? Or are
Me
you at the
personally, or are you saying for the general?
no? Well, I know you know. I know you know. I
I'm
think
trying.
what
I'm always trying to build. I'm always trying to build.
yeah,
The single life wasn't for me. I'm gonna be real. You know, what I mean, hey, man, you know that wasn't for me. I don't like being single. It's dumb.
yeah,
It's not. It's no purpose for me.
yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
nah, that's so. I mean, hey, we approaching an hour. You want let's get the fans. We don't want to give them too much. Let's get a. I mean, let's let them know just a little smaller rundown what they can expect for this season.
Yeah, this is what it's going to be about. There'll be different topics every time, but this is just one that was kind of on my heart and then on my mind today. But we will end with these. Let me see. We got 5 spicy questions that don't get talked about enough.
You got me for 2 questions. I'm gonna be real. You got me for about 2 questions. This liquor starting to wear in.
I'm
I'm
on
getting
10.
warm inside, so
I'm
you
on,
got
I'm
me
on,
for 2 questions, and I'm out of
I'm on,
here.
I'm on 10 questions. All right, now here we go. We're gonna do this one. Um, I think this is a stupid question, but we're gonna talk about it. Is emotional cheating worse than physical cheating, and who does it more? And
Mm.
this will be the last question. I was gonna say because
Oh, this can get okay. I got you. I got you. Cheating is cheating, no matter what the circumstance is. Um, Emotional is it takes a lot to get in emotions, depending on who you are. So, for a woman to let her guard down with anybody, if she ain't promiscuous, what I mean? If she's promiscuous, that's a whole other conversation. But for a woman to let her guard down and to actually be emotional, it goes back to the work husband. He eating lunch with you, y'all sitting on an assembly line or whatever y'all doing, talking every day. She's telling him all the things that you ain't doing at the house. You know what I mean? She's telling him all, you know what I mean? So she's emotionally giving in. Physical don't mean shit really because it really is what it is. Like I say, either way it goes, no, it's no right answer. Both of them are wrong. But physical, you can get past that. Once you let a person emotionally lock in with you, it ain't
mm,
got foul. It ain't got foul at that point.
yeah, I think anything involving emotions.
Yeah, only because it takes a whole lot to get that emotional unlock. Physical, you can wake up and what I mean, be aroused. She can
Mhm.
wake up and feel away, but that comes and goes. You know what I mean? Us as men, you know what I mean? This is a guy's podcast. We didn't woke up having to go pee with little boners and shit. You know what I mean? Little things like that. But for a woman to get emotional or for a man to get emotionally attached, I mean, emotionally invested in something else, that's a little. You didn't let some walls down. That's a little bit further than what you was planning
Yeah.
on doing.
Now imagine it on the flip side, right? Like say I'm at work and then I got like a female coworker, right? And I'm just bad mouthing my girl and stuff like that. Like, come on, man. Like, you think that's gonna fly at all? You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. Like that boy, she be hot.
Mm-hmm. 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 No,
Yeah.
that's real. That's real. So, just to let people out there, we're gonna try to do this more often. Uh, we'll try to get at least one in once a week. You know what I mean? If not, we'll record a few, but we're gonna try to get them in and out.
Yeah. And once we get hot topics, we'll be definitely doing pop-up shows too. So we will definitely see you more than, you know, more often.
I think we got a question. I think we got a question.
What we
I
got?
can't see. I know you might have to scroll up. I can't see them. I can't see the question.
What we got? What do we got? Who's the? Oh yeah. Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid, Dateful. You said, do you eat green beans?
Green beans. It depends. I mean, I love green beans. Green bean casserole is a white dish. I've never had too many black people make green bean casserole, but I eat green beans. I do.
Kool-Aid, Dateful. Shout out.
Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. We got 5 minutes left before it hits an hour. We can get off at just an hour. So let's just read some of the questions we may have. Let's hit them with the questions.
Damn, wait. I have a question. I cheated on my girl and got my side pregnant. Oh, he
Side
said got my side pregnant. But I told my brother to take one for the team, so he's gonna play dad. So I keep my girl. Is that wrong to be an uncle dad? I'm all brother. Salute to you that you pulled that off. You
You
know what I'm
can't
saying?
pull that off. If you talk your brother into it,
Yeah. Hey, your brother's a real one for that. You know what I'm saying?
now
Like,
does your brother get the benefits? Like, did he get the you know what I mean? You know what I mean? One time, if it's right.
who I'm gonna call when it's time to ride? Call my brother, man.
Oh,
Hey,
it's the whole question. Like, ooh, who
shit.
asked that question?
That was Jared.
That
Jared M.
ooh, that's cold business, man. If you let your brother take control of your kid, though, you ain't shit, though. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be 100%. That's 100% real. Here's my question too before I hop off here. We got 3 minutes. Here's my question to you.
For
I've been
sure.
seeing it online on TikTok. I've been seeing it on Instagram. Do you snitch on your man's, your partner, your brother, or do you cheat on your girl?
Damn, that's the crazy one right there. Wait, you said snitch? You said snitch on your boy?
Snitch on your boy, he might get 15 years. No probation, no parole, just straight in the box. Or if you are cheat on your girl. I'm talking about
And
somebody that you love, somebody that you may consider, you know what I mean, doing that jagged edge, meet me at the altar thing. You know what I mean? Like,
so I'm gonna say it like this, right? Now, she wouldn't want him to go to jail, right? I'm just saying, man. Like, you know, if that's your girl and that's your boy, she would not want your boy to go to jail. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm gonna just,
but what if she the one that making you choose?
oh man,
You have to choose. You can't get off this. You got 2 minutes in 2 minutes and like 50 seconds to figure out, are you snitching on your girl that you are in love with? Are you
man.
snitching on your partner that you didn't basically spend 10 plus years with, that didn't, y'all done may have had shootouts, whatever the situation may be.
That's,
Y'all know each other deep darkest secrets.
I mean, I know. I just know in my heart that no matter what happens, she wouldn't want my boy to go to jail.
Now, would your boy understand if you snitched him out?
I mean, I wouldn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, because that.
I'm gonna let you know right now. You snitch on me, we gotta fade. We gotta leave the fade out there. Like,
That's what I'm saying. There ain't no get back from that. Like, because you know, you gonna always look at me like, man, you know, and he always, you know, but yeah, nah, we're not having that.
I mean, I can't answer the question because I wouldn't do neither. But
Oh, see, that ain't fair. I didn't know I had
I'll
see,
answer next week. I'll answer it next week. Next week I'll give you a deep dive answer.
that's how you see how he did me though. He set me up like
We ain't got
that.
no more questions. We ain't got no more questions.
It said Damn, I was gonna say, but I'll watch it back because there was a topic that came. Now we will talk about too, but yeah, we'll definitely if you guys, we will read through the comments too. So drop any comments that any relationship type questions or any questions in general.
Is it possible? Like, because I like this, I like where this is going, and we can call this "Why Are We at War" Part 2 next week.
Mhm.
Can we get a female on the line and just have this conversation? Because I really would love a woman's perspective on everything about this. I'm not doing it. I like my house. I'm not doing this shit. So you can find someone.
There's a challenge. The challenge is out there. You can hit. You want to put your IG out?
No. Hell no. Do you know who
I tried to,
my situation at home is?
I tried to alley you be like,
No.
he said, no.
No.
Yeah,
No.
for sure. But yeah, definitely drop a comment in the chat and we will make that happen.
Any more questions pop up? I know somebody got one more.
In fact, I think we might have someone.
I already feel this. I already feel this question. It's gonna be wild.
Yeah, let me see.
I love it. I love the comment support though. I love the fact that they're in the comments and engaging.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so shout to everybody. Shout to, everybody that has, relationship. I appreciate everyone that has the perfect relationships, but I'm talking to the people that got the toxic relationships and everything that comes in between. You know what I'm saying? And then just, why you stay, why it's so different, why we don't move on, or why you choose to stay, why why that person makes you happy, all that good stuff. We want to hear it. We talk about it because someone
I'm here for one more common question. That's it.
got you. Yeah, because like somebody's going through some stuff, you know what I'm saying? So if we could talk about it, laugh about it, and what I'm saying, work through it all together in a good way, a positive way, then it's good. Because people don't have to go through stuff alone. So yeah. Simp man. Is it Myra GB calling me a simp man? Can school me on how to act when I'm just chilling. Dang, the difference in we'll talk about simp men next week.
I got a question for you next week. I want you to think about it now. We can talk about it next week because I know we're finna wrap this up. First, I wanted to say shout out to the people who've been popping fireworks since last week. We're probably gonna hear it for the rest of this month. So, my last question for you, and I want we can revisit this next week, is you are at the house. You know what I mean? Your other half is the scenario. Your other half is, there. Your other half goes to the store. You know what I mean? Go pick up some stuff. Let's say your 4th of July. Y'all finna have a barbecue. She tells you A, B, and C are finna show up. Her homegirl shows up before. Her homegirl throw that thing at you. Here's the thing. You don't want the thing. So this is not saying that you're going to do anything with the homegirl. But a homegirl throw it at you. Do you approach your girl about it, or do you just press her homegirl about it?
See, my first thing was I would just leave leave the whole situation.
We just gonna revisit it next week, but I really want to give it all the listeners a week to think about this still. Your girl then went to the store, her homegirl then showed up, she didn't threw that thing at you. Do you tell your girl like, hey, your homegirl living foul, or do you just press your homegirl like, hey, press her homegirl like, hey, me and your girl together, that shit is foul. Like, because if you say something, it's gonna start some whole bunch of bullshit between her and her friend. If you don't say something, you foul for even.
Oh yeah, by next week I got you.
Yeah. And I only got that because I was watching this thing on TikTok, and it was the same scenario, a little prank, but it was the same scenario where old girl had the homegirl come in there and try to, spice some things up, and old boy was just like, "Bro, your homegirl foul. I just want to let you know your homegirl's foul for that."
Yeah, damn. I was yeah. I'm gonna have to.
We talk about that one next week.
Yeah. I think. Thank you. That's right. She right. Thank you, Myra. Appreciate that. That's real talk. Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. That's sticky situations, but because for one, sorry, I know we about to end this, but that's a good one. Because for one, it could be a setup. Because that's how we think. We guys always think, oh yeah, this is set up for sure. Like this, you know what I'm saying? This ain't because you know we don't get the act like we don't get the action that girls do. You know what I mean? Girls get you I mean, girls can come, you know, out the shower, you know, just throw some on and they get all the attention in the world. But guys, we gotta do, you know, we gotta do the most to get, you know, all the attention or be flossy, you know what I'm saying, all this kind of
Yeah,
stuff. But
I just seen a comment that says, "So we're not answering the question." So hold on. So what was it? Go scroll up. Maybe it was a question that we didn't see.
let me
It
see.
was it was from Jared something or I forget.
Where what the hell? Was it this one? Was it the watermelon?
Would
What would you
I love this. I love this. Let me see. What would your potato name be, and would you? How would you convince the squirrel to let you DJ the Friday night? Right.
what in the world? If you were taken in another world where squirrels ruled society and ran a disco club inside a hollowed out watermelon, what would your potato name be and how? Wow.
I guess I got to be Mr. Potato Head. I'll take that name. It just seems like the most logical answer, just to have Mr. Potato Head.
Damn. I have to say, I don't know. Hot potato, something like that.
Hot potato, that's dope. That
Mhm.
sounds like a basketball player from N1.
Or since I burn sometimes, hash brown. You know what I'm saying? Hash.
Hey, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. That's that's a perfect way to end this show. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So, are we back next Sunday so the viewers can know we can actually give us a week of promotion.
Yeah. And then sorry so late, you know what I'm saying? But I just figured this is a cool time, you know, Sunday night, you know, we can settle in, you know, get it going before the start of this week. I go
We
back
need
to
to,
work tomorrow.
oh yeah, you back in lab tomorrow. We need that little liquor sponsor, so we're gonna work on that liquor sponsor because I can't be sitting there taking shots on camera and not getting no check. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Everybody before you go, please hit the thumbs, you know what I'm saying? Just spread this so we can spread it to other people and we can, you know, help some people. You know, because it's not just us, it's you guys too. You guys are helping people too. So, you know, help us help others.
This ain't even officially what episode is this officially our first episode? We ain't even really had a first episode. We just been recording shit. This is all pilot episodes and so some sticks.
Oh
All
damn.
right, so hey, so
5 at the house.
fireworks. So
Uh,
yeah, we back next week, right? We back next week.
for sure. We will see y'all and appreciate y'all for being here. And until the next episode, FNO. Fellas Night Out, baby. Let's go.
We out.